Hi, thanks for joining me today. My name is Thomas-Troupe. I am a dietetic grad student at Eastern Illinois University, and today we're going to be making one of my family's favorite recipes, crockpot chicken and rice. This dish is very versatile. If you do not own a crockpot or slow cooker, as it's referred to, you can always prepare this meal on the stove top. But before we get started, we're going to have to wash our hands. Washing your hands is very important to prevent foodborne illnesses. Washing your hands require you to use warm water, soap, and you want to scrub for 20 seconds. Make sure you're getting between your fingers, and if you have fingernails, underneath your nails. So if you've washed your hands already, great. If not, I'll give you time to pause the video and go wash your hands. Hi. Now that you've washed your hands, we can get started. Let's look at our ingredient list. You will need the following for this recipe: 4 cups of chicken broth or stock, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1½ cups of brown or white rice, and 3 to 4 chicken breasts, which equals up to 2½ to 3 pounds of chicken. You need 1 family-sized can of cream of chicken soup, a teaspoon of olive oil. We'll use this to coat our pan. You will need 1 bowl to mix all of our ingredients together. And of course, you'll need a spoon in order to mix all of our ingredients that we're going to pour over our chicken. Okay, after we've mixed all of our ingredients together, we're going to take our chicken breasts and place them in our crock pot. And then we're going to pour our sauce over the top of it. So it's real good. And then we're going to place our lid on top and set it for how many minutes that you need it to cook. Okay, my crock pot is set for 6 hours because that's what time I want it to be done. You can set your crock pot to whatever time you need to have your meal prepared. They come in the ranges of 4 hours to 10 hours. Also be aware that if this comes out a little too thick at the end, you can always add in a little more chicken stock or chicken broth, excuse me, to thin it out some. And for patients or clients that have dysphagia or swallowing difficulties, you can always puree this by adding additional chicken stock to a blender to make it a consistency that's easier for them to swallow. Okay, once your food has been cooking for the allotted time, the last 20 minutes if you're using white rice, and the last 50 minutes if you're doing brown rice will be added. So we're going to go ahead and add our rice. So we're going to lift our lid up and break up our chicken. As you can see how nice and juicy and tender that is. Look at that, that is awesome. Look how that chicken just falls apart. We're then going to add our rice, which we have in our bowl. And we're just going to sprinkle that in and give it a stir. And cover. And we'll let this cook for another 20 minutes. Okay, our meal is all done. Let's take a look. Look at that. This is a nice hearty meal. I'm going to scoop out our chicken and rice. Now, if you wanted more soup, you can add more broth. Hi, and now that your dinner is complete, let's talk about ways to increase fiber. So we know that individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities often suffer with constipation. And what great way to try to alleviate that is by adding fiber. Now, I prepared this meal with plain white rice for my family, but another way to increase fiber is adding brown rice. Brown rice contains 3.5 grams of insoluble fiber, which helps to lower cholesterol and reduce constipation symptoms. Another way would be to add fresh vegetables. Now we're choosing fresh vegetables because we know that there are no additives or any other additional preservatives to them, but if you have to, canned goods, as long as they're rinsed, can be used, or frozen would be advisable over canned goods. We can also use 1 cup of chopped carrots at the last 20 minutes, 10 or 20 minutes, can add 3.6 grams of fiber, and a fresh cup of peas can add an additional 7 grams of fiber. You don't want to use any rice, then you can use barley. A cup of barley can increase fiber by 10 grams. And to round out this meal, you can use whole wheat rolls. That will give you 2.7 grams, or whole wheat bread will be 4 grams, but you want to make sure it says whole wheat. Another way is to add some fruit. So we've got our main dish, was the chicken and rice. We've got our bread. We now want to add some fruit. 1 cup of raspberries can give you 8 grams of fiber. 1 cup of mango can give you 5 grams of fiber. And everybody's favorite, bananas, apples, oranges, or strawberries can increase fiber by 3 to 4 grams. Or you can add a salad and throw in a half a gram of fiber as well. I hope you enjoyed this cooking demo, and I hope your residents enjoy it as much as my family do. Thank you.